Uh-oh. Like mouse. Yeah, again or no?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
At Escobar's restaurant. All right. Hello, everybody. As you out there in the radio and TV land can see, we have a panel tonight. Tonight is the Q&A, the Roundtable Q&A. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not too shabby. We have 2 others coming on board a little bit later. Sifu Francis Tay will be on. He's stuck in traffic in sunny Singapore. And Christy is on
Heavy traffic.
well.
Yeah.
Heavy traffic. So, without further ado, let's kick this off. If we could see my prompter for the moment, just to take a look at things and make sure things are in order. And there they are. Okay, well, today is day 111 of year 2 of 476 consecutive RobLynn lives. That's 476 consecutive broadcasts. Now, we broadcast when we had the flu, we broadcast when we had arthritis, we broadcast when it was freezing cold, we broadcast when it was 99 degrees, and we broadcast while we had COVID. So there you go. We are an all seasons couple of foolish old folks who can't seem to get enough RobLynn Live. But the question I have for everyone who's watching on we are streaming to YouTube, if I'm not mistaken, is do you RobLynn Live? I say it again. Do you RobLynn Live? Yeah. And that's compliments of our friend Mr. Greg Hill. We appreciate that.
Greg. Very catchy.
All right, now that we've gotten the troops all riled up here a little bit, let's talk about what happened today at 10 a.m. Along came Marty and Chris, and they did a bit of a warm up for OP360. Then at 11, Red came on and continued warming everybody up for OP360, which was to be on at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then at noon Eastern Standard Time, we had Straight Talk. Straight Talk. Brought to you by Ollie Boy, the Wonder Dog. All right, Ollie said it's Wishful Wednesday, and he was wishing Daddy would calm down a little bit. But that is it for today, Wishful Wednesday. And now it's just on the eastern side, barely on the eastern side of 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And there's Mr. Tia's own. Hi, Chris. And we are live. We're definitely live. We are better than Memorex. We are crystal clear live on OConnect. And we have panelists tonight. And why do we have panelists in the early part of the show? Well, let me answer that question. First off, this is the Roundtable Q&A. And this is where, this is the format here. Our panelists will introduce themselves, tell where they are from, a bit about them, a fun fact about their country, and then they'll fire away with questions for you folks. We usually get around 2 rounds of questions. We will make sure we do 2 rounds of questions tonight.
And possibly 3.
And tonight we will not have an Ollie Boy virtual background contest, although I wouldn't mind showing it just so everybody knows that we had one tonight.
Oh.
Is that okay?
Mm-hmm.
There won't be a contest, but we'd like you to see it because it's absolutely stunning. In fact, we could show that right now. It would be nice.
Okay, you can keep
I
talking.
pulled it up. It should be on the presentation board. And I believe it's coming right now. Here it comes.
December 13th.
Yes, it is.
There
Present. There is the background, and that is a beauty. And look at those beautiful people there. We have Mr. John Barilla, Miss Melanie Marcano, that's double M or Mel, Carmela Schwartz, also known as Fire, Carmela Fire. Nobody hears us. Okay. All right. Well, I was just spouting off as I said everybody's names, and then I realized nobody could hear a word I was saying. So what I had.
Oh, you could?
You could hear, John?
We were just speaking and introducing, and you could hear? Oh.
They must have upgraded that
then.
or
That's
updated that, because in the past, whenever we had something on the presentation board, couldn't hear us. Well, that's good to know. It's a good thing I didn't say a cuss word there when we were talking about it.
It goes to show there's upgrading constantly. It's nice to know. Tech team is there working hard. That
is true, and truer. Just give me a couple of minutes to make sure we've covered the bases that we want to cover. We showed the background. We played the song twice. Panelists, were you able to hear the song okay? Give us a nod yes or a nod no. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up all the way around. Good stuff. We played it twice because, as Mel has said, you just can't get enough. And Weedin My Garden, Sharon Weedin, who is Ballyhoo, right? And hello to Francis Tay as well. He's now joined the panel. So the panel.
He's fighting the traffic and he's here.
He's the winner of the traffic battle. All right, good stuff, Francis. Listen, I sat in traffic today, man. I went 3 miles and it took me 35 minutes. 3 miles.
That's terrible.
Yeah, that's very shabby, as a matter of fact. So, at any rate, I think we're going to kick this off. We're not going to have a presentation by yours truly tonight because we've got many panelists with a number of questions, and we want to hear from them. We want to hear from you as attendees. Now, this is being streamed, as you all know, to YouTube, so you can watch it on YouTube or OConnect. And if you're on YouTube and you're not subscribed to the OES, here's your opportunity. Just go to RobLynnLive.ai.
Let me repeat that. RobLynnLive.ai.
That happens to be Lynn's domain name, and it's pretty crystal clear. It's RobLynnLive.ai.
And why do they go there?
They go there for 3 free products, 1, 2, and 3, known as O-Mail, O-Net, O-Trim, and the opportunity to hop on board and subscribe to OConnect. So it's all good.
And are they free?
Absolutely, totally free. I'm glad you asked, Miss Nakamoto.
So there's nothing to lose by going to
RobLynnLive.ai. Correct. That's absolutely correct, Lynn. All right. Now, as we're recording, are we going to OConnect first before we go with questions, or are we going to introduce live streaming?
We're just going to have our panelists introduce themselves. After that, we're going to stop the live stream, and everybody who's not on OConnect needs to come to OConnect to see the rest of the show.
Got it. All right. Let's start in India with Mr. Mayur Shabait. Hello, sir.
Hello, sir. Good evening. Good evening, Rob sir and Lynn, on all panelists here. I'm Mayur Shirbhate. I am a 37-year-old, live in Pune, India. I had done my graduation in pharmacy, also done my post-graduation in MBA as marketing in 2010. I started my business in 2011 in the name of a Plasma Care, which is a pharmaceutical distributions throughout the Pune and all over in India. I have also started. There is 2 retail shops in as a pharmacy and near hospitals, where I have distributed all kind of medicines like tablets, injections, life-saving drugs, some cancer-related product also, and surgical product also. And I had some export some cancer-related product to the Gulf countries. Um, Right now, I have 2 retails and 1 distribution channel in Pune. I have joined the ONPASSIVE November 2020. I love that concept that Acer is bringing to us, and technology used in this is a marketing wonder. Is a each I love the each Instagram post whenever posting by the company. So. Like I live in India. It is India name is derived from the river in Indus. Most some interesting facts like it is the world's oldest and largest continuous civilizations. Which is India is also largest democracy in India. Here now some highlights about the India about most technology coming in this India's most coming for the market for the all the sectors like automobiles and technology. Here as sir has mentioned that UPI is using in our system coming days for the transactions. It is most transaction in per hour is in first country to getting online transaction is in first. So there is a largest postal system in the world. So there is a 150,000 post offices is there. Also there is some India is also is fast growing telecom market, cheapest telecom tariff in the world. Is you know about the Mumbai? The Navi Mumbai is largest planned city in the world. It's also London has more than Indian restaurants than Mumbai or Delhi. It's all about that. Thank you from my side.
Mayur, thank you. And now I know that I have to add the E to the end of your name, Sherbate, and I'll get it right the next time, I promise. I promise. I have to be trained, as Lynn will tell the world. I'm still in training. Not in training pants. I've graduated there, but I am still in training. Let's go over to John Barilla. John, it looks like you've had your surgery, and tell us what's going on in your world today.
Well, sure, I will. Thank you for calling on me. And, I almost didn't come on tonight, but I'm here. I may not be able to stay all night because I am in a bit of pain. My name is John Barilla. My moniker for ONPASSIVE is kind of JJB, Tin Man. I am the Tin Man, and Tin Man has a big heart. But I'm from New York. I'm in New York City. I live in New York City, originally from Ohio, Steubenville, Ohio. living in New York City since 1970. Came here to pursue my career as a professional actor, which is what I am to this day, and working hard whenever I can. Just tell you a little bit about why I look like Pinocchio, or whatever you want to say, with my funny patch on my nose. I did have a surgery today on my nose for a basal cell carcinoma, and that was this morning. I know I've joked and mentioned to you folks about my skin rash, which I'm still dealing with even now. It's not quite better, but it is improving a bit. But in the times that I was going to the dermatologist, at one point I said, "Hey, I got this little bump on my nose. Could you?" Because they had biopsied my rash to see if that might be cancer. What's causing this rash? Well, when they biopsied the nose, they found out, I got a basal cell cancer on there. So they took care of that today. Now, the only reason why I'm not feeling too well is, of everything that was done, the procedure was great. The surgeon, the doctor was great. The team, everyone, it was like a whole team, nurses, they just treated me so well, I must say, just great. And the actual procedure of this, dealing with the actual basal cell carcinoma, I didn't really feel any pain. It was just so good. She took care of it all. What's kind of really got me down tonight is I'm in pain because, if you'll notice, look at my ear here, you see. Well, when they do something like this, they have to take care of the wound. And usually they'll maybe pull two pieces of skin together. They'll stitch and you get a little scar, but they pull them together or whatever. Well, she didn't want to do that because it's in a spot on your nose where sometimes when you do certain things, you get a pretty good scar there. So she wanted to try something different by the actual wound. She was going to, she did a skin graft, and she took the piece of skin from the back of my ear here. And it actually is I'm in more pain because of that than where she actually grafted the little chunk of skin that she took off and put it in a spot so that she wouldn't have to pull skin together and make my nose change shape, which she didn't want to do something like that. Well, I'm glad she did. But she literally filled the little wound with a piece of skin. She did that. But, I'm telling you, my ear tonight this isn't that painful. It's awkward, but it's not that painful. But my ear is really bothering me. But just to let you know, I went through that today. Basically, I'm okay. I'm just in a bit of pain because of my ear, and I'm not sure why, but I just think it's because, I don't know why exactly. I have pain pills, so I'll take another one of those later. So that's it for me right now. And I was going to tell you a little bit about New York City, and I'll just tell one spot. I'm trying to be a little different each time I've been on the panel. But I picked Rockefeller Center. It's a great place to visit. When you come to New York, it's like, for a tourist especially, it's a must-see, a must-destination location. It's right in Midtown. It's located in Midtown. It's between 48th and 51st Street. It's a whole complex of Art Deco buildings in this particular area between 6th Avenue, Avenue of the Americas, and 5th Avenue. And everything close by is also so great because it's right near the theater district, near Times Square. On the other side of the avenue, on the east side of it, there's St. Patrick's Cathedral. There's Saks Fifth Avenue is right there. There's just so many other things within this area, this Rockefeller Center, which is its own place to visit. Because as you might know, it's a complex noted for large quantities of art that's present in all of its buildings, and valuable art. It's expensive underground concourse, ice skating rink, and its annual lighting of the Rockefeller Center Christmas tree, which is actually televised on television. Many of you may have seen that some year or another. Every year they have a big show. They light the Christmas tree. They cut it down from different locations, either New York State or anywhere. They could get even other states. Sometimes they find a beautiful tree, a huge tall tree, cut it down, transport it to the city. Then they have this big ceremony, TV show, entertainment, and they light the tree every year. That's in this underground concourse area that they mention here under the buildings, but it's an open area right in the center outside, a sunken area. In the summertime, it's actually an outdoor restaurant. In the wintertime, and even more than the winter, it's actually an outdoor skating rink. So right now, there's a festive holiday spirit there where people are skating in the skating rink with the huge Christmas tree glowing down over them, which is the same place where they have that. So that's Rockefeller Center. It's a great, NBC Studios is Rockefeller Center. Radio City Music Hall, you may have heard of, where every year they have the Rockettes do that. Right now, they're doing their big Christmas show in the huge theater. You wouldn't have, this theater is so huge, it seats like several thousand people. It's incredible. And I happen to know personally, friend of mine, Santa Claus. Yeah, Santa Claus at Radio City Music Hall, been doing it for like 25, 30 years, something like that. He's my friend, Santa Claus at Radio City Music Hall. That's it. That's all I have to say. And I hope I can stick around for the whole night here. I'm just going to judge it by how bad it feels. But I'm here for now. Hello, everybody. And thanks for letting me ramble on for a few minutes.
Thank you, Rambling Man. We appreciate you, John. Thank you. Thank you. And that you came tonight is, thank you. Thank you. Means a lot. And now I think we're going to swing over to Israel, if we may. Our one questionnaire, our panelist from Israel, the one, the only fire girl herself, Carmela Schwartz. Fire, 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 fire.
Hello, everybody. I want to present myself. My name is Carmela, and I live in Israel, in the center of the country. I grew up and I was brought up a group. I served in the Israeli Defense Force. I married young, and I gave birth to children. I work in the municipality of Rishon LeZion for 37 years, and I started as a doctor assistant for children in the school. I progressed and I changed department. I work in the education department, accounting, human resource, several veterinary, and compounding. After 37 years of work, the municipality decided to cut and take out employees to pension. And it took me out for early retirement. I saw this as an opportunity, and I have been developed personally online over since. I discovered ONPASSIVE in October 2020, and from the first day, I connected with the idea and the vision of Ash Mufara.
All righty there, Fire. Thank you, Miss Fire.
Say a few facts like they all did.
Oh, do you want to say a few facts about where you are in Israel?
Yes, I live in Israel, in the country of the Middle East, in South Asia, located on the southeastern coast of the Mediterranean Sea. Israel was established in the territories of the land of Israel, the national home and homeland of the Jewish people. Have you ever visit Israel, the Dead Sea? If not, put it on your wish list, as it is a place worth visiting. The water of the lake is colored light turquoise blue, and it is all surrounded by golden brown hills. Here and there can see sparkling crystals of the white salt stocking out of the water. The mineral-rich water and the Dead Sea mud are considered to have enormous benefit for the body, especially for skin. Browsing arthritis for problems. From this reason, many people visit the Dead Sea every year to receive special treatments. The capital city of Israel is called Jerusalem. The government parliamentary democracy, parliamentary republic. The area is 145 square kilometers. Population 936 millions.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Fire. We appreciate that. We'll look forward to your questions a little bit later. If you go to the mute state, we're going to go to Canada now. We're going to speak with Miss Mel, Miss Melanie Marcano. Hello. Hello.
Hello, hello, hello. I'm Melanie Marcano, as you all know me as Mel. They call me Nani sometimes. I don't know. Or Melan, but Mel is my best, pet name. I came from a family of 15, well, it was 15, but one died. So 14 siblings, and all 14 of us are alive. So I'm one of 14 siblings, and thank God for we're alive, right? I work as a member support agent at one of the known auto clubs, which is comprised of Canada CAA, Canada Association, and AAA. You all are familiar, those from the States are familiar with AAA. So we work in between those two. I worked for the company for over 21 years. Okay, before taking on this job, I worked for Canada Post as a mail depot callback agent for 7.5 years, not full-time, but callback, seasonal. As I also am supposed to be a med lab assistant certified. I am certified, but I did not renew my license, I'll be blunt. So I don't consider myself certified right now, but I am definitely. I also was enrolled in massage therapy. I did 14 months, but did not graduate because I switched over my program to micro business computer software. And afterwards, I did 6 months of call center training, and that's what landed me the job at CAA. Okay, and I don't like to write, I like to talk, just blunt, but okay. I'm an island girl, as you all know. I'm from the small island of Dominica, but living in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. Hamilton is a port city in the province of Ontario. Hamilton has a population of 353,000 people or residents, and is situated approximately 45 kilometers, which is 28 miles, southwest of Toronto, the Big Apple. Like New York, the Big Apple, Toronto is the Big Apple in Canada. The Niagara Escarpment provides spectacular scenery with beautiful trails, waterfalls, parks, museums, art galleries, and incredible restaurants and shopping shopping experiences. I can't even read my own writing. I'm sorry. Hamilton has a unique urban feel, a vibrant art scene, and a bustling downtown. And that's about, and it's also home to the Tiger Cats football team of Canada. Tiger Cat, as we all know, they play in the States and wherever. So that's about what I have. I try to bring a little bit from my time. So that's it about me and where I live. Thank you.
Thank you, Mel. We'll be back to you with some of your questions, if we may, as we go. All right, now let's go over to Pedro Jose Estrada Solares. Hello, Pedro. Buenas noches.
Oh, buenas noches. Good evening, everyone. It's good to be here. It's a pleasure to tell a little bit about my original country, Guatemala, in Central America, for those who are not familiar with it, just south of Mexico. And Guatemala is an interesting country because 50 to 55
He's back.
makes for a very special blend of Spaniard descendants and local natives. The city where the Guatemala city where I was born, it has developed so much. It's a bustling city. There is a lot of cultures, a lot of countries represented because it's an agricultural country and very friendly to tourism. That's one of the industries. There is no any other industry, but it's probably a country of agriculture. If you ever eaten bananas, Chiquita banana exists in Guatemala. They produce a lot of Chiquita banana. It's been there before. It was the United Fruit Company. Now they have labeled Chiquita banana, and it's all over South America. It's in Ecuador and other countries down there. But Guatemala is a major producer of banana and all kinds of fruits. The weather is amazing. It's called by many the eternal spring because the temperature stays around 70, 75 degrees all year around, except in December that drops down some. But I live half of my life in Guatemala City. I have a background of accounting, so I graduated from a public accounting school in Guatemala City, and I worked for a bank. My cousins had an auditing firm, so I joined them early. At age 16, I was already working with them. And so we did extensive auditing, and I learned a lot. At the bank I worked, I used to one of the big machines, NCR machines. Those are the machines that I use at the tellers here in America now, because the company specializes in doing that kind of equipment. But at the time, they had an accounting system based on this huge keyboard. I did for a bank. I ran the general ledger of that bank, and I had to punch 10 million quetzales, which is the local name of the money. At the time was equal to $1. One quetzal, $1. You had to go all the way across about 3 feet of keyboard in order to punch the $10 million. Anyway, that's one of the things that I did. I came to America. Half of the time I've been here, about 40 plus years. I have 2 children. I worked for 3 major companies here doing accounting when my English improved. I came to Florida. I lived in Florida a couple of years. I know what Florida is all about. It's nice. It gets a little hot in the summertime. But my brother and sister have lived here in this Washington area where I live now, Washington, D.C., for 50 years. So that was an attraction to me to come and live nearby them. And actually, we live nearby. The three of us still we have families, and we enjoy visiting each other because we are just within 30-40 minutes distance, which is unusual for families to live so close. It's been for years. Among other things, in the area where I live is the attraction of the great falls of the Potomac River. When there is being enough rain in the area, there are two more rivers that feed into Potomac and all kinds of streams, and it becomes a wild river. Normally, it's a good size river, but when it rains a lot, because the Shenandoah River is another river that meets it, and the Monocacy River, they feed the Potomac, and it becomes a wild river. And by the Great Fall, there is a fall of about 50 feet. The terrain inclines 50 feet in a very short distance, so the water runs at a speed that is scary to be around. It's a sight. We've been every time when it rains hard, people like to go around and look at this. It's an attraction. If anybody visits Washington and they want to take a tour, I'll be happy to take them around. I have done this area. I have a record doing Uber driving, and so I love driving. That's one of my favorite. Let's say I take it as a hobby. I never took it as a job. To me, talking to people comes natural. I love to talk to people, so I don't want to bore you anymore, but if you ever come to Washington, D.C., be sure to connect with me, and I'll take you anywhere you like. You're going to be delighted to know all the places that you can visit in the Washington area. So I'll come back to you a little later on with the questions.
Well, once again, I was muted. Thank you very much, Pedro. We appreciate you. Now I think it's time we better head over to sunny Singapore. Is it sunny there today, Sir Francis?
Yeah.
Well, thanks for looking out the window.
Thank you. I'm so glad to be back in time. As you know, that I'm Francis from Singapore. My business, or my own business, is providing limousine service to our customer. And then this morning I was driving one of my customer to work, and it was a long traffic jam. So immediately I text Lynn and said probably I will be late. And somehow I don't know why I did not speed. But let me just say I did not speed back. Somehow I don't know why I came back in time. Anyway, thanks for inviting us back again for this Q&A session. Singapore is a very interesting place. It's a small island, but it's I just discovered in the Google US is 15,000 times the size of Singapore. Yeah, I don't know how big is US. According to Google, it's 15,000 times the size of Singapore. Although there's negative for Singapore, but the positive for Singapore is that we have the largest species on the tree, the largest species compared to the entire North America. I don't know how it came about. So if you want to have a visit of the trees in Singapore, you can come here and spend one day rather than spend the whole life in America. And also, I also discovered that although most of them speak English, but in the world map they say that Malay is the main language. So English is not the main language. Malay is probably because we were once under Malaysia. Yeah? And then for those Chinese, you may not realize that when we call the Indians, we don't call them Indian. We call them Bengali. I also don't know why. Which is true. Whenever my parents, in the olden days, when we see the Indian, we don't address them as Indian. We call them Bengali. So I don't know how it come about. So never, you see a Chinese, never ask where is the Indian. Just say where is a Bengali.
Bengali, okay.
Thank you.
All right, another fun fact that I've learned from Sifu Francis. Thank you, sir. We'll be back to you because we know you've got questions. All right, over to Chris Tiazone. Captain Chris from the Philippines, who was basically the host. What did you want me to do? Oh, and before we go, Francis, thank you for that super sticker. I had it written down. I was supposed to say thank you, and I'm going to say thank you right here, right now.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That was because I was worried. I was worried that I miss up.
No. You didn't mess up. All right, let's go back to you, Chris. Captain Chris. I believe he was basically the host of this last weekend's Filipina Singaporean meet and greet, where Sifu Francis, among others, among you, Chris, did some training for some folks. Go ahead, Chris.
Yes, thank you very much, Rob and Lynn, and my fellow panelists, Melanie, Mayur. Nice meeting you for the first time and talking to you directly, Carmela and Pedro. Yes, interesting stuff you mentioned earlier, and also, of course, Francis, who I met personally last Saturday in our face-to-face training fellowship with a few of our Filipino team members in Team Own Pilipinas. So yeah, let me introduce myself. I'm residing in the southern region of the Philippines. So last week, uh, from southern region, I went to the Luzon region, northern region, so of the Philippines. So it took me uh, oh, 2 hours, almost 2 hours of flight to meet with Francis and Michelle Kamstra, who around Sunday went back to Netherlands. So double purpose, meeting Francis meeting us in the OES classroom trainers, and at the same time bonding before parting ways. So yeah, it was a fruitful uh, session, and we'll be showing a 2-minute video later in OConnect. Okay, so of the highlights. Yeah, I'm back to my self introduction. I'm a medical transcriptionist in profession. Also has experience in legal, business, and general transcription. I'm eager to undertake new challenges. That's why I have bonded with Francis in the goals of imparting um, um, skills in digital marketing. So, and of course, what we have in the OES digital hub. So I'm considering myself as a beginner in the visuals. Lynn, I'm taking note. Visuals is not graphics. Visuals and video editing, because it's my first year. I just started last May, learning from Christy Chong of Malaysia, and watching her impart about Canva. So yes, and finally, I'm proud global affiliate since 2021 on passive. So a few things about the about Philippines. uh, in Philippines has 7,641 islands. This has been mentioned in the past Q&A round table. And we have 170 dialects in the Philippines. And Philippines is the Asian nation that is predominantly Christian. So we have the largest expensive pearl in the world. It is found in the Philippines, particularly in the Palawan, in the Visayas region, in the middle region of the country. So Filipinos also are best singers. So it is, uh, yeah, it's proven in the American Got Talent, British Got Talent. So I follow those in YouTube, being proud as a Filipino, and and Philippines has earned its title as the text capital of the world because in social media, texting is being the primary means of communication. So, uh, of course, uh, Filipinos uh, also is ahead in delicious delicacies you should try. So there's the puto bumbong, sisig, lechon, menudo, caldereta. So those are the Filipino terms. So you have to watch out when you visit the Philippines, and let's dine or eat lunch together. So hopefully Francis enjoyed our delicacies in Manila last week. So, and most don't worry, most people in the Philippines speak English, though it has 170 dialects with its multicultural um, um, uh, lives in the country. So that's about it, Rob, because we're already past 30 minutes live streaming in YouTube.
But you know what? Very worthwhile. We wanted people around the globe to see you guys and to hear from you and to hear all about you and what about your country. So that's doesn't matter. Time is not of the essence. I do want to mention before we switch over to only OConnect, there are 70 some odd on YouTube and 55 to 60 on OConnect. So we'd love for you YouTubers who are watching, if you're not part of OConnect, not part of OES, I should say, not part of OnPassive, you know the drill. Just go to Lynn's domain, which happens to be RobLynnLive.ai. And that's an easy one to click on and just go to it and subscribe and join with the free product. Free no, 3 free products. There we go. I got it. I knew, I had passed 8th grade, and I just wasn't sure if I could get that out in one phrase. So it's 3 free products. Join us on OConnect. We love everybody to come along. So for now, it's bye from here and away we go.
See y'all.
Away we go. We're going one way or the other. We're going to OConnect.
So come on over. We have in the live chat of our YouTube channel the link. It's in an OConnect attendee link. All you got to do is click on it so that you can come and join us. Enjoy the rest of the show. Thank you, everybody, and we'll see the panel on OConnect only.
All right. In 3, in 2, in 1. Out of here. OConnect, here we come.
So Chris is stopping that live stream, right, Chris? Thank you. We're good?
Stop.
All right.
All right, so we're no longer live stream. We are now live on OConnect. And at the moment, there's 52, but there's still time for those of you stragglers to hop on board and bump it up. The panel has questions for you. And yes, Keiko, you are just in time. And Angela Land says the sharing was wonderful. I couldn't agree more. And let's see. So without further ado, I think we better get into the Q&A. if we may, let's start with Mel. Mel, fire a question off, would you?
Okay. Let's go back to this one. My first question, which we had already had this question, but it's good for us to learn over and over. O-Tracker has 11 components. Can you name at least 6 of them? O-Tracker components, can you name 6 of what it's composed of?
So your question to the attendees around the globe is, in O-Tracker, what are the 6 ingredients within O-Tracker? Is that right?
Well, there are 11, but they can name 6, at least 6 of them. Even if they get 4, that's okay. But at least up to 6 of them.
Okay, up to 6 of the ingredients in O-Tracker. Okay. The question is out there. It's on the floor. It's out to the world. Let's see what Lynn has in the chat. Or am I doing the chat?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm doing the chat. Oh, boy, this ought to be interesting, folks.
You can do it.
I can do it. Yeah, let's see. Let's go all the way to the top, which we just did. And let's see. Let's have your answers to question number 1. Of the 11 ingredients of O-Tracker, if you can name 6, we'd like to see them in the chat, please. And everybody's telling John to take it easy and to feel better. All right, I'm at the bottom. All right, see? I'm at the bottom, and I don't see any answers yet.
Okay, maybe they're thinking because they're trying to come up with 4.
Okay, yeah, if you can come up with 4, I think Mel will be happy. Right, Mel?
Yes, sure.
Okay. All right, here we go. Cena is first out of the chute. And Cena says heat maps, IP blocking, and geolocation. All right, so that was Cena with the first guess, and then Armin decides he's going to tell me he failed the 3rd grade. Yet he's here too. All right, Armin, I believe it. I believe it. But you've come a long way, baby. So, all right, let's have some more guesses. Not guesses, but answers to Mel's question. Of the 11 ingredients in O-Tracker, name 4 or 6, whatever you can name. And here we go. Keiko says user path, real-time analysis, and okay, that's 2. And then Frank Rose says campaign reports, keyboard blocking. Ooh, getting all sorts of different answers here. That's good stuff. And we'll continue to wait a few minutes for more answers about O-Tracker. That is the newest ONPASSIVE. It will be a paid-for product that major companies and corporations likely will be using. All right, Lynn is back, so the clicker will be moving a little faster.
No, you're fine. Okay, so where were we at? The last one was Keiko.
Keiko with analytics.
Okay,
yes.
so Frank Rowe has chimed in. He says campaigns, reports, keyboards, blocking.
All right, good answers all.
And Keiko says she meant to say analytics, not analysis.
Yeah, no problem. This may be one of the tougher questions of the evening there, Miss Mel.
I'm sure people can go and check it out on the website itself, ONPASSIVE.com.
Wait a minute, that's like Googling it. Same thing.
It's a tough one, so.
It is a tough one. Go to the website and fire away the answers. We'd love to hear from everybody on that. Mm-hmm. And right now we have 59 in OConnect. Okay, we're up by 7. Let's keep it going. Let's have a good turnout tonight.
Frank Rose says user path real-time analytics.
All right, Frank, thank you for that, brother. We appreciate you. And it looks like, let's see, Purification saying hello to her family. Let's keep on praying for everyone. I agree. prayer does work.
Okay, I think that's it for guesses. We'll go ahead and have Mel.
All right,
Mel.
Mel, you stumped the panel.
Okay,
You
so
stumped the panel. You stumped
all the answers that I heard, they are right, kind of. Most of the, all the answers actually. So users' behavior. So 11 of them: heat maps, IP blocking, campaign, notification, tracking code, reports, real-time acquisitions, user path, geolocation, and notification. These are the 11 components of O Tracker. And it's a question we've been asked all the time. I don't know all myself, but it's just for testing us all.
It's good for us to stay in tune and in touch with those answers. That's good stuff. The more we learn, the more we earn. Ooh, where did I hear that before? The more we learn, the more we earn. Hashtag Mad Hatter. Okay, well, thank you, Mel. Thank you very much for that. Let's go to Israel, if we may, to Carmela Schwartz. Carmela, have you got a question for the attendees?
I want to say something about the email. If I met I met a friend tonight who doesn't understand why people would sign up for email when they have Gmail or Outlook or Voila. And there is a reason. I want you to say what is the reason.
Ah, I got what the question is. You know in your heart that Omail is the best email platform out there. What you want to know is what's going to make people come to Omail. What are the special intricacies? Ooh, that's a big word. Intricacies, niceties, options that you can do with Omail. Is that close enough to your question?
Yes.
All right, let's go to the attendees.
Okay, while we're doing that, we'll ask Carmela to kind of adjust your settings. There's a major echo coming from you, so you can work on that in the meantime while we get the answers from the participants. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Miss Fire, for that question.
All right, let's see what we got as far as answers. Actually, we can do it. I think easier to see here.
All right, we're at almost at six. We're at 60. All right, very good, everybody. All right, let's see. Hello. Let's talk Omail now. Oh, we got some more O Tracker answers, but we'll come back to that.
Jillian says, "This is good today. The live took me to my OConnect app." And Cecil says, hold on 1 second. All right. Cecil says, "I love you" to Christian. That's nice. He did the I love you sign from Cecil. And Armin says, "Hello, Hames, my brother, drive safe." Hames. Oh, sorry. He says, I meant James, not Hames. Okay. Frank Rose says, "Video mail
and no spam."
No spam.
I like it. Those are two benefits for sure.
And Patricia Green says, "Omail, it is secure. You can lock your folders."
True. That's very, very true.
Greg Lakin says, "When you sign up for Omail, you don't give your data other than, you don't give your data to other people."
In other words, like with
else.
other servers or platforms, they give your PII away, your data. All right, that's something that doesn't happen with ONPASSIVE.
And Keiko likes that Omail is permission based.
And what that means is if you don't want to answer somebody's email, you don't have to. You can hit the I'm not going to answer button. And that's good stuff. We have Sina says we can schedule emails. Ooh, that's a good one. Voicemail, no spam, folder lock, and unlimited storage. Carmela, you had a good question there.
And Eileen Cowell says text to speech.
Text-to-speech. Thank you, Eileen. Thank you for being here tonight. Michael Chatta says hello. And the Tin Man says video mail, speech to text. Nice, 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 nice.
Hi, Chancho Ali. He's saying, love you all on Passive Family.
All right, we love
And
you right back.
Keiko's here. She's saying hello, Michael Chatta. And Michael Chatta saying hello to Chancho Ali. Melanie Marcano says, soon to come, there will be bulk email.
Right here, coming soon to OnPassive.
Jillian says, OMail has so many features. It's next generation mailing platform.
Excellent. Well said, Jillian. For sure. She's saying hello to folks.
Mhm.
All right. Any other answers to that question? Come on now. Wake up around the world. It's time to go now. We need some answers. All right. That
Great.
Jillian was last.
Greg Hill's in the house saying hello, Lynn and Rob, and all on the panel.
Greg, thank you for that gift that was in LinkedIn. Outstanding, brother. Thank you. Thank you.
Nice.
And you know what? Do you, RobLynnLive, Gregory Hill? I think you do.
So that's our new slogan, courtesy of Greg Hill. Do you RobLynnLive? That's a little bit of a tongue twister.
You don't have to love us to do us.
Do you RobLynnLive? That's the question, alrighty. And what we're going to do is we're going to do this panel part where we ask questions of our attendees. But after that's all said and done, we may have a little bit of time for attendees to ask the panelists questions. And then we will go to community time. So all those who want to be on the panel for community time, just wait a bit. We will be giving out the link to come to the panel. Not right now, because I think it'll be confusing to give it now. People tend to come in onto the panel too early. So we'll give you the link a little bit later when we're ready to go to community time.
All right. Any other answers to the question that
Nope.
was just posed by Carmela? That's it?
That's it.
All right. We got a quiet crowd tonight. Let's go back to Carmela for the answer on what's so special about OMail.
My reply to him in Outlook, do you have unlimited storage? Do you have the option to sending 3-minute video message? Do you have voice typing option? Do you have language translation? Do you have unlimited messaging scheduling option? Do you have a digital signature options? Do you have all those and more in the email, in the other emails? Find the artificial intelligence difference in the OMail.
Thank you, Miss Fire. That was outstanding. Good question. And by all the attendees. Let's go over to Mayor right now, if we could. Let's see. I see you there, Mr. Chabate. Let's have a question from you, brother.
Thank you, sir. I asked to the attendees on panels also. There is first one is that where and how you can find your affiliate registration number. When we share our affiliate to the people, unknown people, then how can you find that number? If there is a number is 30 lakhs, so how can you find and where you can find? It's my
man, he's digging deep there. That's a good question.
I'm not quite sure what the question is.
I believe what he's asking, correct me if I'm wrong, Mayor. Where do you find your affiliate link number, your affiliate number in your affiliate link? Is that what you were asking?
Affiliate link number? I think, is he not asking for the affiliate link itself?
And there is that when you share your affiliate link to the peoples or unknown peoples, then they are bringing our organization. So how can you find that that people that person's identification number, his ID number, we see that, but where you see in your system.
Okay, in the OES system, where do you see the affiliate number?
So in that, okay.
The person's identification number we see in your system, where you can get that.
So you mean when somebody signs up, the person who signs up, you would like to see their affiliate number when after they sign up?
Yes.
Okay, once again, I misunderstood. Sorry. Thank you for that clarification, Mayur and Ms. Nakamoto. Okay, so the question is this: once someone has received the affiliate link to register, where do you find them in your OES? Excellent question. Excellent question.
Which section?
Wait a minute. Francis just gave me the finger. Go ahead, Francis.
Go ahead, Francis.
No. I try to give an answer.
Oh, you want to?
Ah, you're not an attendee. Sit down. Sit down and behave yourself, young man.
Funny.
That was good. All right, let's now that we have the question squared away and Francis has said his piece, let's move over to the attendees and see what in the world the answer to that is.
Okay, let's pull up the chat. Okay, I think let's scroll up a bit and get the first response. Give me a second. All right, I think. All right, people did answer already. I think the first answer comes from Armin. He says, in your profile.
In your profile, says Armin Hose. Okay.
Mayur, can you mute for a bit? There's some feedback. Mute for a bit. Thank you. And Neil has a question which we can come to later.
We'll come to that later, Neil.
Frank Rose's answer is top of page. And Mohammed Zishan, you will be able to ask questions a little bit later. Right now, it's time for the panelists to ask attendees questions, okay? So just be patient, Mohammed Zishan.
We'll be glad to answer that question when we get to questions.
Carmela says, my contacts.
All right, Mel says your affiliate number is right beside your picture profile. Yeah, I think I confused it there, but that is correct. That's the correct answer to that part of the question. But what I think Mayur was asking is, once people have signed up, registered, where do you find them? And that answer would be obviously in your OES.
We're waiting for people to...
Users. Oops, I'm not supposed to give the answer. Ay. Sorry, guys. Francis, don't you laugh at me. I'm old.
So it's not he's not asking where the affiliate link is, but when somebody signs up, they use your affiliate link and they sign up. How do you know who signed up? Where do you find them? There'll be
an old chubby here gave the answer. Sorry about that, everybody.
Okay, so we're going to go ahead and let Mayur give us the correct answer.
Well, wait a minute. We have an answer from Sina. Registered affiliates details are in the users list and in contacts. Good answer. Good answer. All right, over to you, Mayur, again. Let us know what the correct answer is. Sorry for the confusion.
Okay, okay, sir. That answer is about that when we OES app is there, we downloaded from our Play Store. Okay, then you go to your my link. My contact users also. There is a when we see about from desktop or laptop, there is no answer. There is no identification number. Is OES number. If I send the affiliate link to the unknown person, they sign up. That affiliate is in your organization. So you get in users also. Organization is our users also. So you get that in your. You see that. Yes, there is OES ID, user ID is there. In you only see in your app, OES app. So you get that if I has recently sign up one users, there is a OES ID is there. The user ID is for 34 lakhs 12,857. You get that number because there is overall registration in our OES system, because founder has 14 lakh something, and above that there is users. Okay,
All
so
right.
plus sir is that sir also mentioned that user are more than our founder also. So this is the registration number, and that unknown person is given by affiliate link.
Okay,
Thanking
so
you, all attendees who may take answers. So,
oh,
thank
okay.
you.
So basically, the only place you'll see it is through the OES app. You will not see it by going to your OES through your computer, right? You have to be on the actual app, right, Mayur? Is that what you're trying to say? Only through the OES app. Is Mayur still here?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Good information.
All right. Thank you, Mayur. We appreciate your question. Let's now go to, let's see. It's time to go to the one, the only, Pedro Estrada Saladas. Go ahead, Pedro. What's your question?
We know that OES is the hub of ONPASSIVE. All the solutions that they have created uh, need to be accessed from there. So, what is one condition that anyone must meet in order to use one of the main products, which is OConnect? One condition that they must meet in order to use OConnect in the OES.
All right. What is the one condition that a new person or persons has to use in the OES to get OConnect? Is that the question?
Yes, to be able to use OConnect.
Oh, what does it take to be able to use OConnect? All right. That's a very good question. Go ahead, attendees. Let's have your answers.
And Sina says the person must have oatmeal.
Okay.
Let's see if there's anything else. Yeah, that's the first answer.
And the next answer comes from Mr. Frank Rose. Says you must have a signed NDA. Ooh, that's a good answer. And John Barilla says you must purchase it. All right, good answer, John. For sure.
Sadanda, constantly staying here. Chats are flowing, but no response from you, ma'am, other friends. That's a problem to me in OConnect. Oh, so we don't see you. We see you now, Sadananda. Were you chatting beforehand, before this? Because we see you saying constantly staying here. That part we see. Did you chat before then? Have you all been seeing his chats? Carmela says to register and get your own mail. That's a
Ooh, that's a
requirement.
very good answer, Miss Fire. And Patricia Green says they have to. Where did she go?
They have to sign up for the free trial and then purchase it.
All right, thank you for that, Pat Green. And
Sina
to
says-
host a meeting, Cena says you must sign the NDA and subscribe. Excellent answer. You must be, as Mel says, a registered affiliate. True, if you're going to do an OConnect yourself. In other words, host it.
You can be a user and host as long as you have purchased OConnect. You don't have to be an affiliate to use OConnect, to host OConnect.
Right, but you have to own it.
Yeah,
to use
you own it as
in
not
that connection.
Not as an affiliate, but as a user.
Right.
And
Okay.
Chris Chiazan says the person can try OConnect for 14 days and subscribe to use all features.
Good answer, Christian. Thank you for that. And let's see who else has an answer here before we go back to Mr. Pedro.
I think that may be it.
Is that it? Okay, over to you, Senor. Go ahead, Mr. Saladas. Senor Saladas.
Yes, John Roth had the right answer. Yeah, signed the NDA. There was another answer there saying that you have to have an OML, which is correct, but all that is involved in getting to the point of signing the NDA. Unless you sign that, you cannot use it.
All right, that is a grand question, man. We got good questions tonight. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, let's go over to Sifu Francis, if we may, and let's have a question from you, sir.
Wow, this guest panelists are very, very good, huh? Asking a lot of hard questions. I will have mercy with them, given a very simple question. When I request for OTP, they ask me for the alternate email. I don't understand what is OTP. Please tell me what is OTP stand for.
No, you can't answer. You're disqualified from answering. Haha.
I guess I'm disqualified as usual.
What is OTP? What does it
What does OTP stand for? Let's hear from the attendees. Go ahead, attendees. Let's hear from you in masses.
All right, let's see who is the first to answer that.
Greg Hill.
Let me go up just to make sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that is the first answer. That comes from Greg Hill.
And Greg says one-time password, then immediately followed by Robust AI, who says one-time password. Hello, Robust.
That's Toy Him.
Oh, is that Toy? Woo-hoo, doggies, Toy. All right. Thank you, Robust. And here's Sina. And Sina says one-time password. This must have been too easy there, Tay. Mel says one-time password. Pat Green says one-time pass. I'm getting tired of answering this. Greg Hill says one-time password, as does Sadananda. One-time password. Okay, and Carmela says to be sure it's you and no one else. All right, one-time password. And Frank Rose says one-time password, as does Elizabeth Bade. Hello, Miss Bade. And John Barilla, who's not supposed to be answering, decided he would answer one-time password.
This, John.
And Eileen, John says showing off again. And then Eileen is saying one-time password. And Jillian says one-time password. And here we go. We got Chris has got to have a smart answer. OTP is overflowing time passageway.
LOL. It's a joke.
I know it's a joke. I know it's a joke. Okay.
And Don Swihart says one-time password. So Weir says one-time password too. And we have Keiko saying one-time password. Sorry to tire you.
No, I'm not tired of the answers. The more answers, the better. It means everybody's communicating and everybody's plugged in.
Yeah, and Greg Hill is laughing at Christiazan's silly answer.
Greg Lakin says one-time password, and I got to know Greg pretty good today, and it was a pleasure.
That's nice.
And Armin Hogue, one-time password, easy peasy. Francis, who saw I failed third grade? Well, I did. Everybody saw you failed third grade. That's nothing to be ashamed of. One-time password, according to, now Chris is going to give us the right answer. OTP is one-time passcode. Ooh.
Angela Lalande says one-time password.
Angela Lalande jumping on board. A lot of similar answers. All right, let's go to the attendees and check a little more. That was Angela. Michael Chatta saying hello.
I think that's it.
All right, that's it. All right, now, without further ado, let's go to the captain himself, Captain Chris Diaz. Let's have a question.
The answer.
What?
No.
We need a question so we can get answers, no. Right?
Who's the person that asked the question? Was it
Fran. This is the big one.
You don't like the simple one, right?
I guess it was it's so simple that it blew me away that you would ask such a simple question. But go ahead with the answer, please.
Yeah, my class have all passes.
So everybody gets a pass to go on to the next grade. All right. So it was obviously one-time password or passcode,
Thank
whatever
you.
you want to call it.
All right. Thank you, Francis.
Thank you, Francis. I think. No, thank you, Francis. I appreciate it. All right, let's stay on that side of the world and go to.
Did John
Oh,
get
wait a
it?
minute. Let's go with John Barilla in
That's
case
why
he
I
needs
said
to leave early.
write it
Sorry.
So I said write it down.
Well, okay. I'm
Because
sorry.
otherwise you won't remember.
I'm sorry. John, go ahead, please.
All right. It's my turn. So I appreciate the shorter questions and the simpler questions myself. I'm sure other folks do. That's why you get so many answers on those. But at any rate, I think mine's, I don't know if mine's simple or not. I like to go for the, little less technical answers and such myself. So let me see. One that I have here is in your OES, there is my wallet. The categories right next to the O mail, the O file, that, but right next to all those other categories, one of which is my wallet. And that consists, my wallet, of two categories. Like if you click on my wallet, you get two categories. And what are they? Those two categories in my wallet.
Excellent question, John. John is asking, in my wallet, there are two categories. What in the world are those two categories? All right, attendees, let's have an answer. What in the world are the two categories of your wallet? Thank you.
Greg Hill says my revenue and my wallet.
All right, Greg Hill, my revenue and my wallet. Angela Lalande says my revenue. And Dawn Swihart says my wallet, my revenue. All
Joy
righty.
Him says funding and my revenue.
Funding and my revenue, according to Miss Toy.
Jillian says my revenue.
All right, Jillian, my revenue. And Sarananda says withdrawal and non-withdrawal. And Angela Lalande says my wallet. Ooh. And Mel says correcto, my revenue and my wallet. All right, thank you for that, Mel. And Carmela says my revenue and my wallet. Becoming a popular answer there. And let's see. Keiko says my revenue and my wallet. Armin says I haven't had access to that yet. Okay. Sina says my wallet and revenue. And Armin, so I'll cross that bridge in time. I don't know why you don't have access to that. I'll check that with you tonight, I think, afterwards. And Eileen says my revenue, my wallet. All right, Eileen, thank you.
I think most people have guessed.
All righty, let's go to our questionnaire. Oh, now we've got Francis Tay saying credit and payout. And Cecil says my 2 for 1. And Chris says fund the wallet and revenue wallet with 2 compartments.
Funding wallet and revenue wallet. Yeah.
Right.
And we have Nicholas Gomez saying withdrawal and payment. Patricia Green says apples with a big smile. Elizabeth Bade says withdrawal and non-withdrawable. And Frank Rose says my wallet balance, total revenue. Lots of different answers this time.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Good question.
Mm-hmm.
And where did that question come from? John Barilla, what are you kidding? How can you forget the Tin Man?
That's why I write everything down.
All right.
Because I don't have a good memory.
Well, let me see.
Okay,
Yes.
so
Is it time for the answer?
I think so. There hasn't been any guesses for about 30 seconds, so go ahead.
Okay. Well, yeah, sometimes the simplest of questions, a lot of people went into what's actually in my wallet with the specific funding wallet, credit, payout. And it was simpler than that. All I asked was, in my wallet, when you click on it, 2 categories come up. And they are the folks that gave the simple answer. They are my wallet and my revenue. Didn't need to know what's in there. That might be in my next question, though. But anyway, just my wallet and my revenue. Simple.
All right. My wallet and my revenue was the correct answer from Mr. Tin Man.
Thank you. Good question. When you have a
Another good
variety
question.
of answers, that means it's a good question. Thanks.
All right. And now that we've heard from Mr. Barillo, let's go to Chris Tiazone. Go ahead, Chris, with your first question.
Yes, thank you very much. I'm gonna share a visual for a while. I'm gonna click screen share, and I'm gonna choose the Chrome tab that is opened in Canva, and I'm just gonna maximize my this presentation. So it's a multiple choice question. Get ready.
Ready.
Which metric is the most important? Again, which metric is the most important? Letter A, total clicks. Letter B, unique clicks. Letter C, QR accessed. Or letter D, broken links. Okay, we have 10 seconds to think about it.
Oh, and the clock is ticking.
Okay, let us check on the chat participants.
All right. So the first to answer is Melanie Marcano. She says A. Neil Sperling says B. Sina B. Keiko B. Angela Lalan A. John Barilla Unique
B.
Clicks, which is B. Jillian B. Gregory Hill B. Sadananda
Number 2, which is B.
B. Francis Day Unique Clicks, which is B as in boy. Pedro says C. Eileen Cowell says A. Total clicks. Cecil Weir says B. Toy Him says C. Mayur says A. Patricia Green says B. And Frank Rowe says B. Wow, a whole
variety of answers. Let's go back to Mr. Tiazone.
Well, the question is which is the most important. So meaning all four options are important, but we'll just select one, which is the most. It's like the in the lyrics of the song. They are the most. There's a line there. Is it right, John Burrell? I just thought of it. The word
Sharon,
most.
Sharon Koo says B as well. All right. Let's have the answer if we may, Chris.
Yes. The next slide is of course unique clicks. Yeah, of course, total clicks is important. Broken links, so that um you'll know what are broken and you can fix it right away on your OTrim platform. And of course, so you also want to know who accessed the QR code, who scanned it. So um, for me, it's unique clicks.
I
Yes.
agree with
So
that. Sure, you need the ones that are
yes,
specific for what you're after.
yes. So thanks for your participation and the notes. The source of this is from the Facebook as of March 9 of 2023. So those are the
Good.
hashtags, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Chris. That was a very good question. We're an hour and about an hour and a half into this shindig here. Do we want to have another question? And then we'll go to community time. Let's have another question.
We have another round, probably.
All right, we're going to have another round. Let's start out with Carmela. Go ahead, Carmela.
Okay. I will ask a question about the O trim.
Okay, what about O trim?
Find out what is special about the O trim and what is using for.
Okay, what is O trim used for? And the second part of the question, what makes it so special? Very interesting. So, what makes O trim so special, and what do you use it for? Let's hear from the attendees, please. Good question, Carmela.
So, and Sadhana says in response to Chris, oh, they are the most. Thank you. Greg says, good control of your board and controls, Chris. Good job.
True. Chris is good at it.
He's a pro. All right. Melanie says, it's branded. Mayur says, shorten the long link.
True.
Sina says, trim long URLs.
True.
Armin says, security and shortens the URL. Sina says, shorten the links. Sadananda says, trim the links as shortened, meaning trim them, yes. Neil Sperling says, shorten URLs. One can personalize the name.
Whoa, that's a good answer, Neil. Thank you.
A custom URL. That's
Yep.
right. Angela Land says, it makes the URL shorter. Eileen Cowell says, O-trim shortens long URLs. Thank you. Sarija says, O-trim trims a bigger URL and makes it small. The second is QR code. Sina says, modify the link as your choice. We have Frank Rose saying, shorten and move, shorten the link, plus it's more attractive to customers.
Good answer.
Jillian says, a link shortener with everything for online in the future.
Oh, Jillian's on top of her game.
Greg says, you are able to see your number of views to your shortener.
True.
Sina, you can track the link clicks. Patricia, you can shorten your links so they are more professional and track responses.
Very good, Miss Green.
Any more guesses?
All right.
Responses?
If there's no more guesses, we're going to go back to Carmela. Carmela, what's the answer to that O-trim question?
Okay. O-trim shorten long URL to a shortened one, especially brand for yourself. When you short the URL link become a personal, makes you wanted it more to come in it more entire. The second thing is that the O-trim got the QR code also to the short link, which is not having in another shortened link outside. This is the difference with it, that we have and the others don't in the same panel.
All right. Excellent answer, and excellent answers by everybody here. Everybody here tonight seems to be tuned in, not trimmed in, tuned in to O-trim, and that is good stuff. All right. Now let's go back to Francis and see what he's got up his sleeve today. Are you wearing a long sleeve shirt? Yes, you are. Okay. What's up your sleeve, Francis?
I would like to print my NDA. Can someone help me? Where do I find the button to print the NDA?
Okay, where in the OES do you find a button to print your NDA? Good question. Good question, Seafood. All right, everybody, let's have the attendees guessing as well as the panelists. Let's see how smart those guys are, too.
Neil Sperling says, oh, funny. That's cute. Angela Lalande says, pretty blouse, Carmela. Okay, Mayur says, profile documents.
All
your
right.
profile under documents.
All right.
And Greg says, Carmela, you're dressed very nice tonight. Very nice blouse.
That's not a question.
They want to digress. That's fine. Okay, Patricia Green says profile. Sina says profile. And Angela Lalande says in the profile. Armin, wait. John Barilla says under profile, under documents. Armin says at my lawyer's office. Ha ha ha. Uh-huh. Sharija Jana says profile. And Sadananda says profile. And Frank Rose says documents in profile. Neil Sperling says LOL. Eileen Cowell says documents. And Toy Him says under your name, under documents.
True.
And Chris Tiazan says, before I look for the NDA print button, I will have to plug in the wire of my printer. LOL. Ha ha.
True, Christian.
It's true. Sharon Koo in sunny Singapore says profile. Any more guesses? I think we got all our guesses.
All right, let's go back to seafood for the
I
end.
get all passes again. It's very good.
Everybody passed?
Yeah.
A+ for everyone.
All right, this crowd is educated. That's the way we like it here. That's what we do at RobLynnLive and Ali.
The Wonder Dog.
All right, Pedro, let's go to you for question number 2. Go ahead, Pedro.
OFounders is being a platform developed by ONPASSIVE to communicate important information, and it can be accessed back and forth, or forth and back, I would say. So the question is, what is the unique position of those who can access it back and forth, but what must they do in order to access it back and forth?
Okay, you might have to repeat that. In fact, why don't you repeat that question one more time so I get it right?
Maybe using different words that we could understand. Try a different way of explaining it.
Yes. OFounders is a unique platform developed by ONPASSIVE. It can be accessed forth and back, back and forth. So a dual question. What is the unique position of those who can access it back and forth, but what conditions must they meet in order to do it?
Okay, in order to access OFounders, what conditions must you have met? I believe that's the question. And then to go back and forth, which I believe I understand as well, because I do that all the time, go back and forth. Where must you be to do that? Is that
Correct.
pretty close?
Is that correct, Pedro, what we said? We want to make sure we're saying the question you want to ask. Is that correct?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
Rob said it correctly.
Okay.
OFounders platform can be accessed in 2 ways, forth and back. But in order to do it, some individuals have a unique position to be able to do it, but they have to meet certain criteria in order to access both ways.
All right, I think we got it now.
We got it, and we want to say hello to Andreas Walther, who is
From
in
Clearwater, Florida. Hey, you're just 20 minutes from us there, brother.
Welcome.
Thank you for joining us, Andreas. Very nice to see you here.
And Nicholas is the first person to answer this question. He says, be a founder. Mayur says, only founders can access the
all right.
OFounders.
There's Neil again. It must be a founder. And Frank Rose says in the OES. And according to Pat Green, you've got to log into the OES first and then go to OFounders. Very good answer there. Founding members, very good answer, Mayur. And Sadananda says ROES. and you must be a founding member according to Eileen Cowell. Thank you, Eileen. Sarananda, both ways to access each other. Okay, that's the back and forth. You must be a founder. All right, good answer, Mr. Gregory. And Angela says you have to be a founder. And Jillian says being a founder. Wow. They jumped on that question like flies on cow pads.
Okay, let me scroll up a bit. Catch the Jillian. Okay, and then Michael Chata says, hi, Sharon Koo. Shirija says, all founders back office can be accessed only by founding members.
True. Good answer.
Christy Zahn says, first through the ofounders.net website, but must be registered as a founding member. Second, OES migrated. And we have Michael Chata saying, hello, Andreas Walther. Let's see if we got any more answers. That's it.
All right, Pedro, over to you for the right answer. It looks like everybody was tuned into what you were asking.
Yeah, they answered correctly. You must be have one of these unique positions of being a founder, and you must migrate to OES, because that's the way you can go back to the Founders platform from there, especially if you are using the downloaded application on your phone. If you wanted to run OConnect, let's say, or you would open the OES from there, the founder's icon will be at the bottom. And if you click it, trying to go back, they will ask you to sign again because it's security. So those are the unique conditions. You can access it going back if you enter from OES, but unless you sign again with your password, like anybody would do trying to join OES, then it will let you to go back to the All Founders platform, where we find all kinds of webinars that we want to join.
All right, that is an excellent question, and the answers were pretty spot on there. Everybody seems to know that in order to get to OFounders, you either go in through OFounders, you can log in there with your alternate email, or log in the OES and then click back to go to OFounders.
And we have Andreas Walther. He says, it's better from my experience to use a laptop or computer.
I think Andreas has got a point there. It is a lot quicker and easier with the laptop or computer. All right, let's, Mayur, do you have to leave for work? If so, let's go to you next, please. Another question.
Thank you. I'm asking to the all attendees and panelists, in coming years, in 2024, which of the product is most will be famous and will be migrated from another platform to our OES? Which product is most popular in coming years in 2024? Which product is in getting more migrations? So,
Okay, if I get you right, what will be the most popular product to bring over to your subscription area in the OES? What will be the most popular product? Is that right?
Sir, one of which product will be my unknown person in which are migrated from in our OES product will be in 2024 is most popular from our side.
Okay, did you get that? Okay.
For a new person, you're saying for someone new to the OES, which product will be the most popular?
Will be famous in 2024.
In 2024. Okay.
That product is present in our OES.
It's currently in our OES right now. Okay.
All right, good question there. It looks like we're getting some answers already. Holy smoke, look at this. chat board going nuts here.
Can you mute a bit, Mayur? There's a loud feedback. Just mute for now. Thank you. All right, let's see. First answer comes from Sina. Sina says OConnect. And Andreas Walther says, well, for now, we only have OConnect.
A good answer there, Andreas.
Srijit.
OConnect from Srijit, OConnect from Angela. OConnect will absolutely be the most popular, according to Sadananda.
In
And in
2024.
2024, and there's Keiko again, and Eileen says OConnect. Frank Rose says OConnect. Gregory Hill says OConnect, as does Keiko. And it looks like we have a consensus there that OConnect is the odds-on favorite to lead the pack. I don't know. What's your answer, Mayur? Give us your answer, please.
OConnect is better, but ONet is there, which is free product. When we use Orkut from Google, that will be from Orkut to Facebook. Most of the people are migrated. Now in 2024, it is ONet is very free product and more features, podcast, blogs, schedule posting is there. So ONet will be boost because this product will be free and every person are in social media. OConnect is paid product. These are the using professional also. Okay, so most common people, because in India there is 142 millions people are there. So everyone using social media right now. We use our marketing from the Facebook. So ONet will be famous in 2024 when we get the app. So it will be blast because social media will is free and every person will be used and no cost is there. Okay, thank you.
Outstanding answer. Outstanding for sure. So it looks like OConnect's the odds-on favorite to lead the pack. ONet.
He said ONet.
ONet, okay.
Yeah, ONet. Because it is a free product and the extensive use of social media across the globe, he says that is one of the reasons ONet will be prominent in 2024.
All right. Well, thank you for the question. Thank you for the answers. Let's go to Mel. Mel, are you there? Come in, please. Mel.
I am. Thank you. It's not a hard question because the answers are in the ONPASSIVE bottom area of ONPASSIVE website at the bottom area. So it says here, or I'm asking now, when you click on the arrow beside your picture profile, what is listed in the drop down menu? So when you click that little arrow beside your profile pic in OES, there's a drop down menu and there's 6 items that are listed. Can you name them, please?
Okay, that's for affiliates, right? For affiliates specifically, not users. For affiliates, what are the items that an affiliate would see?
Okay, what are the items that an affiliate will see when they click on the profile in the drop-down menu? I know that one too.
Oh, it's dangerous, my husband.
All right, so what is in the drop-down menu when you click on your profile?
In the OES.
In the OES. Let's go, attendees. What do you say?
Okay, let's see what they're saying. Waiting for the answers.
All right, here come the answers.
Greg Hill wanted to say to Mayur, you are right, I think, Mayur. And Gregory Hill says, ONet. Andreas Walther, good possibility. We should use ONet more. Thank you for that. And Jillian says the 3 free solutions.
And Nicholas Gomez says date joined, NDA, Country of origin, good answer. And Carmela Schwartz says document. And here comes Srijit with probably the best answer so far. Profile, FAQ for frequently asked questions, ticket status, user manual, document, logout are the 6 drop-down menus. Thank you for that. Good answer, Srijit. John Barilla says profile, frequently asked questions, that is. Ticket status, user manual, documents, and logout. All right, John, thank you for that.
And we have Carmela saying to Surijit, a heart and a emoji with hearts. She's agreeing, I believe. And we have Sina who says profile, FAQ, which is frequently asked questions, ticket status, user manual, logout, documents, as per my OES profile.
Thank you, Sina. Good answer, good answer. And here's Frank Rose says FAQ, ticket status, user manual, documents, and logout. Thank you for that, Frank.
Andreas Walther says profile, FAQ.
Thank you for that, Andreas.
Angela Lalande says document, user manual, NDA, drop down.
And Carmela Schwartz says user manual is very important. Yes, it is. And on the profile, according to Jillian, it's user manual, profile, documents, our founder's badge, our name and country nationality, frequently asked questions, and logout. Good answer, Jillian. And Eileen says FAQ, document, and documents. That's 3.
Don't click the delete account, says Neil.
Oh, here's Neil saying if that pops up, don't click it. Do not click delete account. Very good advice.
Any more guesses? I think that's it. Go ahead, Mel.
Yeah, so Srijit, John, and Sina got the full thing right. It's actually profile, FAQs, ticket status, user manual, documents, and logout. The others get it partially right, but the 3 people got all of it correct.
Very nice, very nice. All right. Thank you for that question. It's you guys are stimulating the mind tonight. That is good stuff.
Good job.
Let's now go to Chris Tiazone. Christian, bring it, brother.
Oh, he's off camera. I'm not sure if he's available. Maybe go to the next person.
Okay, next up would be John Barilla. John Barilla, have you got another question for us?
Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Let me put my camera on. What the heck? Okay. All right. I'm starting to feel it. So we're getting towards my end here. But anyway, my last question was about my wallet. And I thought it was going to be one of those really simple, and there was quite a few different answers. But this continues on. Maybe this will be easier now that we've talked about my wallet. In the my wallet category, remember I talked about that? There were 2 things under it. In the my wallet category, there is a funding wallet. And at this time, where we are, whether we're founders or affiliate founders or just affiliates, now, in their funding wallet, what should we have? How much should there be at this time in our funding wallet if we are active and engaged affiliates? Not only affiliate founders, but affiliates. How much should be in our funding wallet right now?
All right, in our funding wallet, how much should be there? Should it be 0, 107, 93, 61, 86, unit 0? That's a possibility. Let us know in the chat what you feel should be remaining in your funding wallet. Is that the correct question?
Yeah, it's pretty good. You even made it easier by listing all that stuff, but that's okay because I want it to be easy.
Okay.
Easy is up my alley, actually.
All right, here we go. Let's see what the answers are.
Andreas says, mine
Wait,
says...
let me scroll up first because remember I have to scroll up. All right, the first answer comes from Greg.
And Greg says a bunch of zeros. And according to Andreas here in Clearwater, Florida, he says mine says 0. And Frank Rose says his says 10 O coins. Angela Land 0. Neil, of course, 0. 0 from Mayor. As much as more, I believe she means 0. And Chris Tiazone, that was Carmela. Chris Tiazone says 0, nada, zippo, 0. Pat Green 0. Greg Lakin 0. And according to Srijit, and here's the explanation from him, it should be 0 if there's nothing left after you made your subscription. And according to the one and only Eileen, she says 0.
Okay. Any more guesses? Go for it. We have Francis Tate saying 0.
Francis says 0.
And Melanie Marcano says 0.
A lot of zeros there. All right, that's it on the answers, it looks like. Oh, wait a minute. Neil says should be lots. Just add new subscribers. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true.
All right, we'll take it now to our answer. Let's find out what
the answer from John Barilla.
Okay. Well, it shows that we have a lot of active, engaged founders, affiliates, because obviously, if you are active and engaged at this point, and you're a founder affiliate, or an affiliate, you purchased your OConnect, and it should be at 0 at the moment. So everybody practically got that one right. So easy, because we're all active and engaged. 0 coin.
0.
0.
Pedro. 0. All right. Sounds good to me. It looks like 0. Well, we're coming up on the 2-hour mark, and we've had 2 rounds of questions from everybody. I think that's pretty cool. Before we go to community chat, there was a question from Mohammed. Let me go back to that one if we can pull it up if you started. If not, I remember the question. When will we hear from Mr. Mafar, Ash Mafar? All right. As far as we know, he is still traveling, and we expect to hear from him anytime now. We just don't have a specific time or date. So just stand by, be patient, and good things will come to those who wait. That's the answer to Muhammad. Let's see if we have any other questions in the chat, and I'd be glad to entertain them. If I know the answer, I'll shoot it to you straight.
So what we can do is we can go ahead and ask for questions from participants, because we asked them to kind of hold off, but now we're saying go for it. This is the time to go ahead and ask your questions. Go ahead.
Okay, should anyone in the attendees have a question? Well, here's Dawn asking, what do you call a shoe made from a banana? What do you call a shoe made from a banana? And that's coming directly from Miss Dawn. Go ahead, Dawn. And good night to you, Greg. Good night, brother.
Good night, Greg. Greg Lakin.
Right. Greg Lakin, right? Okay, what do you call a shoe made from a banana?
Don Twihart says slipper.
Oh, a slipper. Oh,
okay,
that's true. Okay, thank you for that, Dawn.
Hi, Kim Mills.
She's been hanging with Ty Young, I think. Kim Mills is here. Hello, sir. Glad you're here. Nova Scotia is in the house. Armin Hogue says slippers. Hey, there he is. He knows.
Okay, let's see if we got any questions. Okay, here's one from Neil Sperling. When you have a number of speakers on the panel, can you set the view to only 2 that show on the screen to everyone watching attending?
No, I don't think so. For now, we either have to show the entire panel, or we can switch to speaker link and just show the one.
Speaker view layout.
Speaker view layout, and it will just show the speaker when the speaker, he or she, is speaking.
Or you can use the side view, which shows the main speaker in a big square or rectangle, and then everybody else is on the side, vertically on the side. But at this time, you cannot select just two to appear on the panel. Maybe at a later date, they may change that.
They are tweaking like madness. So who knows? That may be coming soon.
Keiko
And
says,
Keiko says she's got to go to another classroom.
yeah, got to go to another classroom. Thank you guys for good vibes. Looking forward to seeing you again.
All right, Keiko.
It was really nice to have you, Keiko.
Thanks for being here. Okay, we answered Neil's question.
Again, this is our time. We're asking you to go ahead and ask your questions. And we also want to let you know that today at 11:30 p.m.
11 p.m.
Oh, is it 11:30 or 11 p.m.?
Well, it's 12 p.m. in Singapore. It would be
11 p.m.
11 p.m. in.
All right. At 11 p.m. Eastern, we're going to have the OES lunch webinar. It's called Lunch at 12. It's a question and answer format, and we will be posting the link in the back office. And also, it's right here in the chat.
Thank you,
so again,
Sir
that's
Francis.
in about an hour. But in the meantime, we can go ahead to start community time.
All right.
So what I have the link for community time with me right now. So
can I just add on to what you have explained about the speaker?
Sure.
If you want to have the number of speaker in the panel, just accept them as you want. Do not accept others. Huh? So if you want two, just accept two in the panel. So that's where you can control.
That would be controlling it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a good idea. And then your gallery view would be just two, which makes sense.
Correct.
That makes sense. Good question and answer. Good point. And Mayur, go ahead, sir. Mayur, go ahead.
Sir, I want to go to the pharmacy, so I would leave and I can get permission from you all panelists.
Oh.
So thank you.
Thank you for being here, and hope to see you a little bit later, if not tomorrow. Thanks.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. It was good to have him on the panel tonight, asking questions. Very smart guy. And
Also, Rob, I'd like to regarding the view. There's an advanced settings about it. So in the settings and the gear settings on the top right, as a speaker, you can go to the advanced video settings, and select, instead of 24, you can select 2 or 3 or 4, instead of us from seeing 7. So there's an adjustment there. So
that's already
that's
in the
it.
system to where you can use it.
Yes.
All right. Well, Neil, there's further clarification of your question per Mr. Tiazone, and he knows because he's on top of his game. Thank you, Chris.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
So now we're going to ask people to come on down to community time. You can let's check here in the chat if anybody's asking.
We hope you panelists will stay with us for the community time, even if you just stay till 11. That would be wonderful. We appreciate it.
Right.
I have some two trivia questions left for everybody. So including the panel, they can chime in with this sharing.
All right, Chris.
For a while. Okay. So while we are accepting me, go on our community chat. So here it is. It's just unscramble the word. So it is related to the ONET. So yeah, go ahead. Unscramble the word. Oh, Rob, you can go ahead.
No, let other people guess.
All right, other people can guess, but it's blogs.
Oh, Melanie, do you have an idea? You're looking straight at it.
guess I shouldn't have shown off.
Yeah, let's
All right.
Okay, you have 10 seconds. Let us. I'm gonna check the chat for in behalf of Lynn.
thank you.
Oh, Gregory Hill, I saw your answer. And Surijit, yes, it's correct. And Neil, of course, thank you very much. So yes, it's blogs. So just remember what Mayur of India mentioned. Yeah, I'm thinking of it. So do blogs on Onet. Okay, there's another one. Uh, so I'm gonna share a tab instead for the next one. So this the last one I prepared, which Lynn told us to prepare at least three. So I'm gonna consume the three. So pick a reaction. It's just a simple. Pick a reaction. The first domain name ever registered was symbolics.com. Pick a reaction, true or false.
Hmm.
Okay, there's no time for Google search, right? Okay, let me see. If there are. Okay, Carmela said false. Angela Lalande, let's say is B. Mm-hmm. Oh, Sina. I think you got the right answer. Yes, because here's my proof. I Google searched it prior to to working this slide in Canva. Symbolics.com on March 15, 1985, the first domain ever was registered, symbolics.com. If you go to the domain today, the owners of it have turned it into an online museum of the internet, focusing on the innovative technology and science that got us where we are today. So, so that's a fun fact about that trivia, and thank you for your participation. And of course, this slide came from the Facebook post as of October 21, 2022. Can you believe it? I just found this earlier today. So thank you very much. So I'm stopping my share. And community time, Lynn, back to
All
you.
right, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Well, let us see if anybody's going to come on over to the panel. I sent the speaker link to a bunch of you on Messenger, so feel free to come in on that link. This is the time to come down.
Okay, I'm going to slide into the other room so I can moderate, and we'll switch chairs.
Okay, so you can stay put. I'll grab the chairs
Okay. I'm going to stay put.
until I move.
Stay putski. I'm staying putski right here. Putki staying putski. Okay. This will get Lynn's desk chair back into the mode here. And then I'll be able to go. Oh, don't need a cushion.
Okay, has anybody come to the panel yet?
No.
Nobody? Where's everybody?
I'm looking for the question of Frank Rowe. Um, he mentioned he has a question, and I
Oh, he has a question?
yes, I'm scrolling up. He mentioned down below he has a question.
Hmm.
I asked a question in the chat, so okay, Frank, we'll look for it.
I see you, Neil. Your request. So come on down. Neil Sperling wants to come here. Come down.
Greg is here.
Oh,
Hello, Greg. Open your camera.
Frank was question is, what was the very first payment processor to pay to become a founder? That's what he asked.
Hello, Lee. Welcome.
Hi, Neil. Hi, Greg.
Oh, hi.
So Srijit says Chris Frank has a question. What was the very first payment processor to pay to become a founder?
The
Okay.
question.
Anybody
Oh, the-
remember? Anybody
I
remember?
think it's in 2020, if I'm not mistaken.
What was the name of the payment processor?
Oh no, Frank Horo can answer that for us. We don't know.
I don't know. Okay, go for it, Frank. Give us the answer. Frank wrote, Ash had a Cash App account. So we could
Oh
pay
wow,
with Cash App. Oh, I remember that thing, that time. True.
nice to know. Nice.
Hmm.
Lynn, Pedro's virtual hand is raised.
Oh, yes. Oh, go ahead, Pedro. You can unmute. You got to unmute.
Yes, it's a question that I might ask since we have Francis and Chris here. Uh, I was accessing Gmail. My accounts are with Gmail, and the question came saying you can register which other emails you want to add. You can tell which other email you want to add. Yahoo, uh, uh, whatever Microsoft uses, Mail, whatever else. And he mentions, okay, he gives an option of other at the bottom. So I wanted to add OMail, my OMail. And it asked me two questions. Do you want to add it as a personal PAP3 or a personal IMAP? Can anyone elaborate what that means and what would be recommended to do if I wanted to add OMail to my Gmail's account? Oh,
Anybody
Oh,
know?
I
'Cause
haven't
I don't know.
encountered that. What's the other option? MIPE? Was it MIPE?
IMAP.
I'm
IMAP.
image.
Oh,
Yeah.
so you were adding it as a um in as a what do you call this, in the
Yeah, thank you for giving me the password. I'm
managed
gonna try
Google
to.
account. So it's in the managed Google account.
So
Okay, so
Pedro, are you trying to share the whiteboard? You clicked on whiteboard.
Yes, okay, yeah. I wanted to put on the whiteboard that maybe it was easier to. So you're accessing it, Lynn?
You are. You are accessing.
Okay, okay. Let me put here uh, the question. Let's see if I can type it.
Okay.
Okay. Type your text.
Are you typing right now?
I thought I was, but there's no typing anything.
You can just type it in the chat.
Oh, type it in the chat. Okay, yeah, that'll be the
Or,
best thing.
or even in the ticker, whatever works.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, I'll go in the chat.
Okay.
I was able to add my email address inside Google in Gmail. So it's under the manage your account settings. Manage your Google account under about me, and I added an email. So christiozon@omail.ai. So I selected only me. I can see, and not the anyone. So I didn't see the MIPE options.
You have a Gmail, right?
Yes, a Gmail. I'm on my Google account. I added my
Right.
Omail account, Omail email address
Okay. Can
Correct.
you, Pedro,
as another contact info. So
yeah. So Pedro, can you close the whiteboard? You click on the red X because you're not using it.
Clicking on, yeah, okay, I'll click on something else, yeah.
On the whiteboard itself, if you scroll to the
Oh,
bottom,
okay,
there's a red X.
on the
Red
whiteboard itself.
Yeah. There's a green
Oh,
column on the left with your different icons. The last icon is an X. Click on that.
oh, I see
I
the bottom one. The bottom one.
yes.
The bottom one is a red X.
Good job.
Close. It says, okay,
Nice.
thank you. Thank you. I need to learn that. So
Yeah. That's how we learn, by doing. Awesome.
Sorry, with your question, Pedro, it's somehow technical. So, but I was able to add the Omail email address inside my Google account as an additional contact info. Oh, you're muted, Pedro. Please enable your mic.
Is he talking to us?
Yes.
yes,
All right.
that's exactly what I try to do, to add uh, another email account, and then under order I try to add all mail. They were asking me whether I had another email system, and I said yes. But then when I tried to type Omail, my Omail address, it came with a question: do you want to make it POP3, POP3, or do you want to make it personal IMAP, IMAP?
I think
So
that is in
what would be
the.
the right
I think
answer?
it is
And
in
it would
the.
be okay to add.
Oh, yeah. So it's in the security features of your Google account. So that I don't know what to choose between a POP3. So it's somehow technical already.
Okay, I didn't add it because of that. I wasn't sure, what I was going to do okay, I said Omail is a personal POP3, but I don't know the results. So that I wanted to ask it. Just a question. I want to research it, but I thought it was a good question to throw up there just in case, because I want to be able to tell Google in a way, okay, this is my mail. I don't want you to send it to the spam. This kind of thing.
Mm-mm. Yeah.
So
Petro,
so yes.
Petro is the contact info is better to use your other if you are using Gmail platform, use other Gmail info to input it. You ask for 2, right, or 3. just use other Gmail info to put in, because when if there's a need for recovery your email, in case this current email is lost or you couldn't log in, you need to verify yourself. Then you can tell Gmail that you have other Gmail account where you are active. So there is one step already settled, because if you don't have a Gmail, if you have a Yahoo or Mail, they ask you a very long question. Are you the owner of Mail? Are you an owner of Yahoo? But if if everything is Gmail, they can check themselves. It's AI, right? They can check. The contact info is good for recovery, alternate email. The other POP3.
Yes, I'm keeping.
But yeah, the POP3 is more technical. Is belong to the so-called service provider to sort it out. Thank you.
Okay. Yes, I plan to keep the Gmail, of course, to each account, because it's the alternate email, just in case the ONPASSIVE needs to send me an OTP or whatever else. I plan to keep it, but they are asking you whether you want to add another email that you might have. And they listed Yahoo, they listed others. And I thought, well, I should put there my own mail. But then when it came up with further questions saying you want to make it a personal POP3 or a personal IMAP, at that point I stopped, because I don't know what this means. So, but I am keeping my Gmail's accounts, of course. I want to be able to have an alternate that.
All right, let me step in as moderator for just a moment, and let's go over to Neil. I think he has to leave soon. Neil, go ahead. Did you want to add something?
I just wanted to make a big thank you to Lynn. She hooked me up with on Telegram, a place where I could advertise my first webinar workshop. I'm calling them Thrivalism Thursdays.
I'll play some music so everybody is happy. Achievements.
And I had my first webinar last Thursday, and I had the fellow who got me involved, and his other person was involved, Harry Brett Snyder, and one of his other contacts, affiliates. And then I had 3 people else that joined in from the advertising. And I was on a podcast about 6 months ago, and the fellow who had me on his podcast, he came on my first webinar. So I have to say, for the first one, it was a success. And I thank all the people here who have helped me with different tips and techniques of working with OConnect. One thing that was surprising, I changed the view to the side view when when the podcaster was speaking, so that he had the bigger screen. But when I got to the recording, it didn't show that way, and I thought, it doesn't record as the host is seeing it, so it's recording through another way. So I got a few more things to learn about how OConnect works, I guess you call it the idiosyncrasies of the system. But I want to thank everybody here who has kind of spurred me on and allowed me to ask all the questions here. And so thank you to everybody, and especially thank you to Lynn for hooking me up with a site on Telegram where I could market it.
No problem, Neil. So I think at this time, when you record, it does the gallery view. I think Chris was trying to explain that to me. So it doesn't matter whether you choose speaker view or side view or gallery view. The default when you record is the gallery view. Is that correct, Chris? Yeah, and I think that's temporary, Neil. I'm sure that's going to change with some revisions in the software. So we'll just be patient. because the
Yeah.
technology is constantly, improving. But
Well,
I was
I'm
curious.
expecting lots of improvements over time by the way the company's been going.
Oh, yeah.
I've only been involved since June, and I jumped on right away and purchased OConnect, and because I wanted to do some webinars anyway. So the whole thing has worked out extremely good, and I'm excited about all things about it. And yeah, thank you, Lynn.
Thank you.
I
Could
really
you,
appreciated that tip. It helped me a lot.
no problem. Could you briefly explain what the tribalism topic is, or what that webinar is about in essence?
Yeah, Thrivalism Thursdays. I'm going to run them every Thursday, starting the second Thursday of 2024, and it's broken down to three main parts. The first part of it, I have had an awful lot of metaphysical and spiritual training, lots of sales and marketing training. So I'm going to start off with that. And then through the second part, we're going to talk about just different things that we can do to improve the world by working in our own communities, like community gardening and I guess you call it the Neighborhood Watch program. I'm actually working with a group that's doing that. We've got over 170 people who are involved in it, and we've really created a very active community with it. And then the last third of it, I'm going to open up and only talk about OConnect. So it's going to be all of the webinars or the Thrivalism Thursdays are going to be done on Thursdays or through OConnect. So everybody who comes is going to be, adding to the momentum that we make the world a better place. That's the plan. And it starts with personal growth and personal development, because if we don't start with ourselves first, we're not going to be able to be as effective as a leader and a community changer in no matter what we do. So that's why I have it broken down into three parts.
Thank you. That's very interesting. It sounds appealing. I think there's going to be a lot of folks that will want to go.
Yeah. I'll if you're open to it, I'll post my Facebook page and my Telegram page in the chat.
Please
if that's
do.
okay with you.
Please do.
Great. And then they can find out when I'm doing the next ones. And because there's going to be the odd bump that happens in a person's life where you're not going to be able to do it on a Thursday, but I'll make the notice available in those moments. And sometimes I'll have guest speakers too. So in fact, the fellow that had me on his podcast, he's actually now considering becoming an affiliate with OConnect because he liked what he saw. And so he'll more than likely be part of the whole program again. And the fellow who started the Community Support Alliance that I'm with in our neighborhood, it's amazing what we've pulled off. Teaching first aid and everything on the ground, so it's offline help making the world a better place. So it's all inclusive. The world is going to be amazing. And the way I look at it, we will thrive and be happy. And that's why I say it's thrivalism.
Thank you for that. Hello, Mr. Gorman.
Gorman here. I just thought I'd throw a resound or two in there for me, since I did such a fine job earlier of stumbling, bumbling, mumbling, and fumbling during the Q&A tonight. It was indeed fun. We got some questions that really stimulated minds, and it was good to see so many people as we went on were focused on getting the right answer and knew the right answers. And that just tells me that people that come to RobLynnLive are focused, they're dedicated, and they're pretty loyal. We see them every night. So thank you to everybody. So did you want me to take over moderating or what? I thought that was going to happen. All right. Over to you, Greg Hill. Let's hear from you, brother.
Okay, so I'm just enjoying watching the question and answers because I was asked to be a part of the panel next week. So I don't really know the full schedule of how it works, but I got on when I could get on. And as we're going through it, and I'm thinking of questions asked, or my 3 questions, I think I have to have 3 questions I need to ask the panel or people attending. So I only have 1 so far.
That's not a big deal because as the week goes, I think the more and more questions will come to your mind about different things, and it's good. Shouldn't be any problem at all. If you got 1 already, you're way up.
I'm one of these guys who like to be prepared if I can for whatever I do, especially being in front of other people. It's not about me. That's the hard thing. Even though I played professional music in front of a lot of people for a lot of years, it was very hard to do that. Actually, I'm just one of those not me my eye guy. But I'm learning how to do that a little bit.
All right, that's good stuff for sure. Good stuff. Mel, I don't see your hand yet, but I think you're about to raise it.
I'm trying to keep awake, you mean? I'm twisting and turning. I'm just, anyhow. I don't have much of a question tonight. I just wanted to say I enjoyed the Roundtable. And I find tonight, and even last night, it's a little bit low on volume. I went in my setting and I heightened my volume, but I could practically hear everybody kind of low, and I had to kind of, hold my ears closer to the screen to hear. I'm not sure what's going on. Is it me? Is it my volume, or because almost everybody was on very low?
Well, from our end, we can hear you loud and clear, and we just heard Neil loud and clear, and same with Greg and Pedro and Sifu Francis. We heard everybody pretty clearly.
Yeah.
I heard you loud and clear.
What's that?
So I heard you loud and clear.
Oh. Yeah, but I enjoyed tonight. It's just staying up the late nights, have my forehead going this way and my voice. So I need to sometimes kind of take it easy.
I'm familiar with the droopy eye syndrome. I do know it well.
Thank you.
One thing I've noticed, and I don't mean this in the way it may come out as a negative way, but I've noticed throughout all the webinars, attendance seems to be down. So I know we're all looking forward to some good news in the next week or so. So I would just ask that everybody stay focused, as we've mentioned, and stay alert, because there have been times when our CEO has come on unannounced and not necessarily on the OP360 platform. So that's kind of what I'm expecting. And kind of what I'm expecting is there'll be a corporate webinar. It won't just be an informal webinar, because we're at the point now, we're at the foot of the bridge to head to the next level. And that next level is really going viral. And I'm just like the rest of you, I'm very hopeful, very wishful. And let's see, today was Wednesday. Today was Wishful Wednesday on Great Talk with RobLynn live. So just wishing and hoping and praying that everything is going as smoothly as indicated by many of the leaders. And let's just get prepared for a big boom, baby, kaboom. I'm ready whenever Ash is ready and whenever everybody else here is ready. We do appreciate, no matter what the attendance is at RobLynnLive, it's quality, folks. There's never, if there's a troll, it's very occasional. I think last night there was one, I didn't even notice it because the chat flies by so fast. So we're not worried about that kind of stuff. What matters to us is that you folks are here, you're attentive, you ask good questions, you answer good answers to the questions that get posed on Wednesdays, and that's good stuff. That's good stuff. And While they say it's all about numbers, I don't feel it's all about numbers. I think it's all about quality, and quality reigns supreme in my mind. And yeah, we average anywhere from 55 to 75, and that's fine. We're happy with that. We're not trying to be the big dog on the block, but we do want to make sure we do provide part of Ash's vision and always value. That's the name of the game for us. And go ahead, Neil.
Yeah, I just thought of one more question on the video that I created with the webinar that I did. Um, I thought that it was saving the chat as well, and it didn't. So, is there something else that has to be done in order to record the chat?
Yeah,
Yes,
there's a button.
Lynn
Yeah.
will explain that. Yeah, you have to do, but you can save the chat, right, Lynn?
As the host, you will, if you click on the chat, you open the chat box up. Directly to the right of the microphone icon is a tiny little icon that looks like a disk, a file disk. You click on that, and that will save the chat. And you don't need to save it throughout the thing. Just save it at the end. Before you end, it'll save the entire chat. Kind of
Uh-huh.
not, it's not really intuitive to do that. So you'll just have to always remember, maybe write a note that says save the chat, because you'll be sad if you forget to
Put it
save
in
the
the
chat.
prompter.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, yeah. Well, thanks again.
Hmm.
You guys are just amazing help. I wouldn't have been able to pull it off so quickly without it. So without your help. So thanks again for all.
You're welcome.
Carmela,
I
you're awfully quiet at 4 a.m. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. We have a bulletin in from Sifu Francis. One moment, Carmela. Go ahead, Sifu.
I wish to go over to the next room to open the OConnect.
You don't have
For
to
the
ask
live,
permission to do that. You in charge. So we'll
it's
see
a
you at
it's
the
very
next
standard.
event, which is at 11 Eastern Standard Time or midnight our time, which, excuse me. It's at 11 p.m. our time, which is 12 noon Singapore time. So 11 p.m. our time is 12 noon Singapore, and we will see you there. It's a Q&A with OES.
Thank you.
Yeah, before anything else, Francis, I'd like to play the video which you attended in
Oh,
Manila
oh,
last Saturday. Before you leave, I'd like to show everyone our highlights. It's only 2 minutes and 40. In the recording, this video I'm showing will not be included. So yeah, here it
Go ahead,
is.
Chris.
Please tap to unmute when you like to hear the background music. G- oh, is it playing now? Okay, so it's now up. Participants, short greetings. So, courtesy by Michelle through her cell phone. So, I'm showing also my slides in this short uh, video. Topics covered are 5 items. Of course, Francis uh, head start, then followed by Michelle, who explained about O-trim. And there's a wider shot, and there is Francis taking a selfie. And I covered ONET and also showed how to use ChatGPT to rewrite blogs. And of course, the question and answer portion. Then, of course, the closing remarks and summary. This was taken around the before lunchtime. I think so. So I included some team members on Team on Pilipinas. And I have to update the members of Michelle Kamstra's OES Global Affiliates later. So thank you very much for watching.
Thank you,
Thank you
Chris.
also very
Good job.
much, Francis, for everything.
Yeah, I just have one question for you, Sifu. It looked like you're 6'8" there compared to Michelle. Are you 6'8", or Michelle's just a little shorter?
Yeah, no, I'm not 6'8", I'm 5'8". I don't know why
You're
I'm so tall.
5'8", or she is?
I got to ask my parents. I'm the only one in the family that's so tall. Out of 8 children, I'm the only one that's so tall. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Chris. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Francis.
Thank you, Francis.
Wow,
See you
good
over to the
stuff,
next
Chris.
slide.
Yeah.
See you on the next
Francis,
show.
yeah.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Francis.
So,
You're
Lynn, you
muted.
were talking about saving a webinar.
Yeah. Oh, saving the chat. How to save the chat of the webinar. Pedro.
Can I ask a quick question
Uh-huh.
about saving a webinar?
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, I recorded a webinar the other day by myself. I invited the guys that do physical training with me, and nobody came, but I had the webinar open and I recorded it, and I recorded my own story because the club is called
Uh-oh. We're not hearing you, Pedro.
He's muted.
Yeah. Maybe he's buffering. I don't know. We can't hear you, Pedro. Okay.
Yes, yes. I saw it was failing, but anyway, I recorded the webinar. Even though nobody came to the webinar, I opened it and I recorded my own story as an example for others when they come and what they should say. But I didn't know where to save it. So you just mentioned that there is an icon. Where is it to save it? To save the webinar?
Okay, so the webinar saves itself automatically. What I was explaining to Neil was how to save the chat in the webinar, but only the chat specifically.
Oh.
So that's that button by the microphone in the chat. But to save the webinar, it just saves it automatically, right, Chris? You don't have to save per se. It'll be in the, is it in their library? Chris knows all that technical stuff. When you end the webinar, where does the saved webinar go?
Yes, on your OConnect dashboard, it's found in the library, as Lynn pointed out, and it's under meeting history. So,
okay.
And it's in the action columns. It would be the first one, and Neil would be agreeing to me, and he knows how to find the recordings. Yeah.
And if you want details about OConnect, there's a manual in the OES, right, Chris? That people can.
Okay, yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, thank you.
Those details that you want to know would be in that manual. Or most of the details, not everything in the manual, but a lot of it is.
Absolutely. God, thank you.
You're welcome. Is there anything else? We're going to try to wrap up soon so we can go to OES lunch at 12, which starts in 15 minutes. We're going to post it in the back office, but definitely want to let anybody here speak who wants to say something before we wrap up. Anybody want to talk? Okay, John Barilla. Go ahead, John. Gotta unmute.
I think he was just waving goodbye. So
Oh, no, I think
Yeah.
is that a bye?
yeah,
Oh, I thought you wanted to speak. No? We can hardly see you. We see you, this much of you, John. There. Did you want to speak? No? Yeah, he wants to speak. I think so. Try to unmute. Unmute or refresh. Refresh. Maybe that'll help. Refresh. He'll come back. All right, he's back. Okay, you're unmuted now, John.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I've been trying to. Whoops. I'm going to get off because I've run my string for the evening. I'm certainly not going to go to the OES with you tonight.
Okay. We're
And
ending.
let me just say good night to everybody. I need to get some sleep here. I'm still in pain with my ear in particular. So
Thanks for coming.
Good
Yep.
night, John.
good night, everybody. Good night.
Okay, anybody else want to speak before we
Good
wrap
night, John.
Good night, John.
Thanks
Good
for the
night.
song.
Bye, Joe. Take care.
And we want to say thank you to the folks in the chat and the folks who didn't say a word but were there listening and enjoying the webinar. We do appreciate you. And I think at this time, we're going to, oh, I love the background music, Angela said. That's good. So everyone's saying good night in the chat, and we want to say good night to you all as well. We hope to see you tomorrow at noon for our straight talk, and then also at our regular RobLynn at 8 p.m. Eastern. Thanks to everyone. We love you.
Tantalizing Thursday. Tantalizing Thursday.
Good night, everybody.
Good
Bye.
night. Good night.
Night.
Good night.
Oh, no, Michelle, that's fine. We love you, Michelle Salvador. Bye.